Welcome, students, to your English literature session, class 8, from the book Reader. Now, the chapter which we are taking up today is The Listeners, and it is a poem written by Walter de la Mare. Before we go into the details and the poem, let's see a short introduction. Listeners, the poem describes a traveler who has come to knock in the moonlight at a door in an airy, unknown place. The traveler finally leaves, knocking after the door, but the listeners who were listening, the knocking, remain. The theme of the poem is the place of man in a universe which is far greater than he, and which he can neither connect with nor understand. To make it more simple, let's move ahead to the video and see what is going on in the poem.
Is there anybody there? Said the traveler, knocking on the moonlit door. And his horse in the silence jammed the grasses of the forest's ferny floor. And a bird flew up out of the turret above the traveler's head. And he smote upon the door again a second time. Is there anybody there? He said. But no one descended to the traveler. No head from the leaf-fringed sill leaned over and looked into his grey eyes, where he stood perplexed and still. But only a host of phantom listeners that dwelt in the lone house then stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight to that voice from the world of men. Stood thronging the faint moonbeams on the dark stair that goes down to the empty hall, hearkening in an air stirred and shaken by the lonely traveler's call. And he felt in his heart their strangeness, their stillness answering his cry, while his horse moved, cropping the dark turf neath the starred and leafy sky. For he suddenly smote on the door, even louder, and lifted his head. Tell them I came, and no one answered, that I kept my word, he said. Never the least stir made the listeners, though every word he spake fell echoing through the shadowiness of the still house, from the one man left awake. Aye, they heard his foot upon the stirrup, and the sound of iron on stone, and how the silence surged softly backward when the plunging hoofs were gone.
Well, students, the poem was very short and simple, yet interesting. It was a very unique theme of a traveler knocking at the door to converse with the people inside, but nobody was responding. And what he felt and what he thought that night, the poem is all about that. I hope you understood the poem clearly. The notes will be there after the session. Thank you very much and have a nice day.